Okay, my friends, it's time for another video. I'm actually out by the beach today. I really love incorporating the elements in my readings, and I felt really inspired this morning to be by the ocean. So I don't know how much of the waves you're gonna hear in the background, if it's gonna be super loud or not, but hopefully you can soak up that wonderful ocean energy, and no matter where in the world you are. I know some of you are maybe living in where there's snow and ice right now, so hopefully the sound of the ocean can warm you up and fill you with some positive energy. We're gonna do 3 piles today, and you probably know the drill by now, so whichever card you feel most drawn to is the pile for you. I'm gonna add some crystals to help you choose. So while you take a moment to just tune into your intuition and see what pile you feel most drawn to. It might be more than one. I'm just gonna take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And you can do that 3 times. And just release anything that you are carrying right now, anything you're coming into this reading with that you feel doesn't serve you, doesn't bring you your highest and best good, and just let that go. Drop your shoulders from your ears, relax your jaw, relax your back, and just be here in this present moment. This is your time to tune into what you need to hear from the universe today. Anything else can wait. And we can just be here and now. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So we're gonna start with pile 1, and I'm gonna remove some of these things because they take up a little too much space, but these are things that I found at the beach that I wanted to incorporate in our reading. And there's gonna be sand everywhere, I'm just telling you already. It's it's sandy and it's windy, so we'll see how this is gonna go, but we're just gonna go with the flow. Okay, if you picked pile number 1, this is gonna be your reading. And we are gonna see what your first card says. So you have 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. And I'm gonna start off with some oracle cards. I'm using the Voice of the Soul oracle. Bit of shuffling and see what wants to come out for you. Pile number 1 today. And this card actually came out in reverse, and I don't always read cards in reverse, but I feel like this one's supposed to be in reverse, so we'll stick with that. Oh, here we go. And 1, 2, 3 cards for you. Okay. First we have Guide. And we have Children. And then Loss. Wind is picking up, so I'm going to have to maybe hold on to these a little bit. And I already, from beginning, feel like some of you, or maybe just someone watching this video, might have lost a child. Could have been like a miscarriage, or or early on in the child's life, is what I'm feeling. And I just want to start off by really say that I'm sorry. I can't imagine what that's like, and what you must have been going through, no matter like where in the pregnancy that happened, or in the child's life. That is such pain that is like unimaginable. It's really hard. Must be really hard to go through. And I do see a lot of sadness, a lot of pain. And no matter where on the journey you are right now, if this is something that happened many years ago, or if this is something that is more recent for you, you're being guided through this process. I really feel like your child is one of you guys. He or she, is always there with you. And even though it can be really hard to hear and hard to grasp or understand, like from our perspective here on earth, and like in the pain that we're feeling, and in the the trials that we're going through, like all the things we have to face. When someone leaves us, like whether that is a child or a loved one, I do strongly believe that there's a higher purpose to it. And I know, like I said, I know that can be hard to hear, and I know that can be hard to understand. But through the work I've done, channeling loved ones, whenever I do a reading with a person that has a loved one that has crossed over to the other side, like what I always feel, like what's a common theme, is that there's always a higher purpose, and there's always something that they can bring you, that they can help you with, like whatever mission you're on, whatever is your calling here in life, whatever your purpose is, like your child, or this could be just a loved one. I feel like this is a message for you, a lot of you, even if you haven't lost a child, like whoever you lost in this lifetime that feels like irreplaceable to you, and that you have a hard time dealing with their the loss of this person. I feel like there's a higher purpose to this person being on the other side, helping you with your mission. So even though you miss them in like physical form, which is like, that's really hard, because even, I don't know like where you are on your journey, but even if you are very certain and like that you're gonna see this person again, and you understand the cycles of life and why we come here, and like the purpose of reincarnating and like being here on this planet at this point in time. There's so much help you can get from this person. And I do strongly believe that before we come into this lifetime, like before we reincarnate onto Earth, that we sort of like replants, makes sense. Like we sit down with the key people like in our lives, like our soul family, if you want to call it that, or the people we're here on a mission with, and we sort of make it up for this lifetime. And some some of it, I do believe personally, has to do with, both birth of new people into our life, but also the crossing over of loved ones from this, physical plane, like into the other side. And that can be a catalyst for, the person being left here on the planet to wanting to seek more knowledge, more wisdom about what's happening when we die, what's happening when we cross over, and what the purpose of our life is. So even without any previous spiritual or religious background, that can be a really big catalyst for wanting to know more, wanting to seek answers. And whoever you lost, and for some of you here, I unfortunately think that it is a child, but no matter who you lost, a loved one, for some of you, it could be a pet, a soul, or someone that meant a lot to you. Their crossing over is supposed to help you find your mission in life. We have a guide here. Supposed to help you on your journey. And this person, this soul, no matter if it's, your child, a loved one, a pet, whoever it might be, is there as a guide for you. And you can always reach out to them, you can always talk to them, even if you cannot, hug them in a physical sense, even if you cannot have them beside you in the way you would want to, you can still reach out to them. They're still so close, they're still so around. And I think that's why this card came out in reverse, because what I see here, what's got my attention are these feathers. I hope that shows in the camera, but this person holding the cup, and these feathers are kind of falling down from the sky. And your loved one, the soul that you lost, or that you feel like you lost, we never ever really lose someone, because they're, like I said, we're always connected in spirit. But whoever is no longer around in a physical sense, I feel like this person, this soul, is going to, if they haven't already, going to show you a lot of signs that they're around. They really want you to feel love. They really want you to experience that deep connection, that deep love that only it's the only thing that actually exists. Everything is love. We have such a hard time understanding that in this 3D reality that we live in, because there's so much pain and so much suffering, and a lot of times we're so disconnected from source, from love. But they really want to show you all the love. They really want you to feel looked after. They really want you to feel guided and connected to them. And I also get a message, and this could be for someone here, but if you lost a child, and if that's something you struggle with, knowing if you ever would want to try again to have another child, or if you struggle to know if you could ever love another child as much as you loved your child. And I'm getting really emotional just channeling this, but they want you to know that there's another child or another soul waiting for you. So whenever you're ready, they really want you to they really want you to be happy again, and they really want you to know that it's possible, and that there's another child waiting for you. So whether you had plenty of miscarriages, or like I said, maybe you actually lost your child in this lifetime, your child wants you to know that there's another soul waiting to come into your life. There's another child waiting for you. So yeah, like I said, whenever you're ready, it's definitely a confirmation. There's another child waiting to fly into your life, to come into your life. So that's a beautiful message for someone here that needed to hear that. Okay. And there's actually, we have 2 of Cups here. So for some of you, you're supposed to have two children, I believe. Okay, so we're on a slope and it's windy, so we're gonna try our best. This is a little chaotic, but I still hope that you feel strength and the love from the ocean. And you hear the waves in the background. Okay, I'm gonna put these cards to the side, and we're gonna see what else is coming up for you. And we have a helicopter flying by. I feel like we're gonna pull some more tarot cards for you. So we're gonna use the Rider tarot cards, and we're gonna shuffle them and see what else wants to come up. And I also feel like I want to say that if you lost someone that's dear to you, if you especially if you lost a child, or if you're going through something that's really difficult, then don't hesitate to reach out to a professional or someone that can help you on your journey, because we're not supposed to do this on our own. So tarot readings are great, to get some guidance and some encouragement. But like I said, don't hesitate to seek professional help if you feel like you need that. Or talk to a friend, or someone you trust, because we're not supposed to carrying everything inside of us. That's it's not good for us. So that's just a little side note for someone. Okay, let's see what we have. We have 10 of Swords. We have 3 of Swords. Oh, we have Page of Cups. We have King of Swords. A lot of sword energy. And King of Wands. So I definitely feel like, and that kind of goes hand in hand with the previous the previous messages that we got, but something really heavy happened to you. Like you've been going through some really, really dark nights where your life has not been easy. There's been so many challenges, and you've felt so defeated so many times. And I feel like if you haven't already, then I feel like there's a time of stillness, or what do I want to say? There's a time of maybe feeling like you want to be by yourself, like solitude, kind of like withdrawing from the world, because of all this that happened. You've been feeling like you need solitude, like you need to be by yourself and just sort of just be with your, if this is grief that you're going through, if you actually lost someone, you went through, you know, all the chaos, like, and all the like heartache and everything that's been happening, and then you moved into, if you haven't already, then you will be moving into a period of just rest and kind of catching up with yourself. And then there will be a period, or you have been in a period of contemplation and really going. Oh, we got a little visitor, a little fly. A period of contemplating, like I said, and going within your mind, like seeking to know more, to get to know you more, like what's inside of you, like getting to know your emotions, and like how can you take whatever you've been going through, how can you learn from it, how can you gain strength, like all the knowledge and all the wisdom and like everything hard that you have been going through. I feel like in this phase you are going to be able to start to like incorporate it more like into your everyday life, and see like how can you move forward from this, like how can you, I feel like for some of you this is like a wanting or like a desire to wanting to help others that are maybe like going through the same thing that you have been going through. That could be like, you know, with a support group maybe you're thinking about like starting, or you know, like a social media page where you share what you've been going through. Now they're actually flying. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. I think the other pies might have to be red inside because this is getting crazy. I did not know it was going to be this windy. But we definitely have the elements with us today. We have the ocean and the wind is wanting to pop in and say hi, and we have the sun is shining on us. It's a lot of sand everywhere, so we are definitely in the elements right now. Okay, but to finish up your reading, so yeah, definitely, if you haven't already, there's a phase of I would say new beginnings, where you excuse me, where you start to kind of find your way forward and see like how you can contribute to this world. And that's kind of what we were talking about previously in your cards when we were talking about your life mission, and you know, your soul or your person like still being with you, just in a different form, like being here to guide you and help you on your mission. So I feel like this phase is where you start seeking an understanding of that and trying to like incorporate, like I said, your life lessons into your quote-unquote new life or your new beginning. And I feel like your emotions are going to start to be more like stable and balanced, if that makes sense, because you know what you have been going through is obviously really challenging. You know, we had the 10 of Swords, which is like total defeat, and you know, emotions like everywhere and very dark, very heavy. And here there's more of a flow. I feel more of an ease with this card. So that is definitely, I think, coming for you if it hasn't already. And then we have King of Swords. And I do believe, like I said, from that balance, from that more like, so first we had the 10 of Swords, which is, you know, chaos, like really dark, like heavy times. And then we have 4 of Swords, which is more of a, you know, withdrawing, like resting, like just a period of maybe solitude. And then Page of Cups of like, starting to contemplating things, getting in touch with your emotions and trying to find that balance. And I feel like the next stage after that is like a lot of growth. Like you have King of Swords, so going from 10 of Swords, like feeling defeated, and now we have King of Swords, which it's like a mastery of your thoughts and that new skill, like those new things that you have been like getting into, like if that's, like I said, if that's support group or whatever it is that you feel called to do. I feel like this is like you're starting to master this. And here, like what's caught in my eye here are these two birds. I don't know if you can see them, but there's two birds flying here. So that's definitely, I feel like that's you, and that's your soul on the other side. That's your your person that's with you like all the time. And they're always like in the background helping you, is what I feel. And then we have King of Wands, so a lot of stability, a lot of new growth. If you see these like little sprouts on his wand, like the journey you have been on, or like the journey you're currently on, is like so I'm really like impressed by you and your energy, because it has not been easy, and still here you are at the end of all of it, and like you have really stepped into your purpose. Like you have really stepped up to the challenge, and I really feel like a lot of people will be looking up to you, and they are going to like seek your advice and seek your like support and your help, because you have like wisdom and knowledge that not a lot of people have. A lot of people can go through like really heavy things, but not everyone is able to like turn that into something positive, if that makes sense. But I feel like that's really what you're doing here, pile number one. And I just, once again, whatever you've been going through, I'm like really sorry that happened to you, but I also know that it is part of your purpose. And I think that if you haven't already, you are going to be able to reach a point in life where you can start to feel that, and where you can start to transform that and really like channel that into something that's gonna it's gonna help like change the world, change a lot of people's lives. So I'm really happy for you. You really deserve, if there's such a thing as deserving, like we all deserve the best of everything, but I want to say, like, you pile one, you really deserve all the good things in the world. So this was your reading. I hope it resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light and comfort wherever on this journey you're currently at. Know that you will get through. Tomorrow is a new day, and your person, your soul, like your loved one that you have lost, is always with you. It's always supporting you, and they're so proud of you, and they're so excited. Like, sometimes sounds weird, like whenever we're going through something tough, like to feel like, to even think of like being excited, but they're so excited to like be around you, like to still be able to just like help you and be on this journey with you. So I hope you feel that love, and look out for signs from spirits, like from this person, whether that's feathers or butterflies, whatever. Could be something connected to you guys too, like if there was something they were really into, or something that that you really like, and you might find yourself starting to like see those things popping up in your life, everywhere. If that's like coins or bicycle, I don't know, like something random that's like really connected to you and this person. So be on the lookout for that. And if you like this reading, then please subscribe and maybe leave a comment or a like to let me know that this resonated with you. And I'm gonna move on to pile number 2. Thank you. Okay, pile number 2. If you picked number 2, then this is your pile. We're actually back inside now. It got a little wild and crazy at the beach. The wind started picking up, so pile number 2 had a lot of action in the reading. So this is actually a couple hours later. I'm back inside, but I still hope that you feel that ocean vibe still in this reading. So we're gonna go ahead and see what your card is. We have Ace of Cups for you. Then we're gonna go ahead. We're actually gonna do some more tarot cards for you right from the start here. See what the universe has to say to you. It's interesting. We have 3 of Swords on the bottom here. I saw that card come up earlier too. So, oops. Okay. These jumped out of the deck, so I guess we'll keep them. So what does the universe have to say to you today? I feel like something that came through in kind of like what I was experiencing earlier when I was doing the reading at the beach is for this pile, if you feel like you are in a situation where you're really trying your best, like you have some, like you have a vision, you have something you want to do, something you want to accomplish, and then you just feel like even if you're trying your best and even if you put in all the work, it still doesn't really work out for you. That's kind of how I felt felt this morning at the beach, because I always go to this really peaceful place or this peaceful spot at the beach, and I usually go in the morning because it's like so nice and quiet. There's usually not a lot of wind and not a lot of people. But today, for some reason, just because I decided to record, like the wind picked up. There were so many people just like stopping by, like asking what I was doing, which is like it's really nice. But I felt like I got interrupted many times, and there was like a helicopter flying by. It was kind of wild. So I feel like I said, if you are in a situation where you feel like you have the ideal like condition, like you have it all set up, like in a place where you feel familiar and like it should be working but it doesn't, then I feel like the universe just wants you to encourage you to don't give up, like keep going. Like you might have to do things a little different than you planned. Like you might have like me, you might have to go inside, like you might have to try another way. But yeah, if this resonates with you, then that is a message for you for sure. Don't give up and keep going. Okay, back to your cards. So I feel like we're gonna have a couple more tarot cards for you. And this is the Rider Tarot deck. Oh, thank you. Okay. Put this away. Let's see if the universe has to say to you today. We have 6 of Cups. Oh, there you are, 6 of Cups. We have a Knight of Cups. So it's a lot of cups here. Ace, 6, and Knight of Cups. There you go. We have Queen of Swords. And we have the World card. Okay, so let's see what we have here for you today. similar to pile number 1, I feel like this is kind of like telling a story, or like telling it, or it's kind of like a timeline for you. I feel like you are currently, or maybe you're just coming out of this, but you're currently in a phase of life where the universe really wants to fill your cup. You might be drawn to, meditation, or like maybe even going on a retreat, or really just like spending time. It doesn't have to be like all by yourself, but spending time with yourself and like with the universe, kind of like really tuning into that, like the world that we cannot really see with our eyes, the world that we feel in our heart, and with our third eye. So I definitely feel like this is where you're at, and the universe really wants to encourage you to keep filling your cup with whatever it is that lights you up, whatever it is that makes you feel your most like authentic self, whatever brings you joy and happiness and peace and like all those good things. This is definitely a time for you to like keep doing that, keep nourishing yourself like with good food, a lot of water, rest if you can, and rest doesn't have to be like sleeping if that's not what you feel like you need, but going for a nature walk, or just doing things that you feel are kind of filling your cup, or filling you with energy and all those like good feelings. And I think all of this time that you put into yourself, you sort of like watering your own plants, is gonna lead to a lot of abundance for you, abundance of energy and wisdom, and it could be material things too, but I definitely feel like the things you are investing in right now, as far as yourself, as far as your soul growth, is really gonna like expand, and you're gonna be able to share all of that and knowledge and all of that like good energy with others, which is really beautiful. So don't feel like sometimes we have this sense, or this urge to like oh, I should be out there like helping people, or like I shouldn't just like be sitting here in my bedroom like meditating all the time, like I there's so much going on in the world, like I really feel like I need to help, I need to do something. And you will, all the time you put into nourishing yourself is really gonna benefit a lot of people in the long run. So keep doing that is what I hear for you. Keep watering your own plants, and know that that it's gonna pay off. You're gonna be able to give back to a lot of people. But I also feel with Knight of Cups that it's important, like this is I feel like I'm kind of circling back to this one, because I feel like what the universe is wanting to let you know too, that it's like it's important to keep coming back to this nourishing phase like often. So you fill your cup, you go out there and you share it with the world, but like keep coming back here, because you cannot, the expression, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that's so true. So you don't want to end up like with an empty cup for yourself. So as you go on, and as you maybe expand more and reach out to more people, it's important that you take breaks, that you fill your own cup, like you give yourself everything you need. And I keep feeling like nutrition and water comes back up, So keep eating good, keep getting your vitamins, the water you need. Just look after yourself and take care of yourself. I feel like it's very important. And all of this is really leading you to like a very, very powerful place. Kind of like I said, you might feel like you are in a place where you see like all the things that are kind of going on in the world, like all the people suffering and like all the the problems that we as humans are facing right now. And I feel like you have a really key role to play here as far as where we're going from here, if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, we even have the world card here. I feel like you have a lot of like thoughts and ideas and like knowledge about kind of like what's going on in the world. I feel like you're a person that reads a lot of books. Like maybe you follow like certain like social media accounts that talks a lot about like the situation in the world. And I want to say like kind of like a lot about the darkness, and I want to explain what I mean by that. But you have a lot of soul knowledge already about what is going on in the world, and I feel like you have a key role to play, like I said, as far as like how we can move on from the current situation in the world. You kind of see with this card like there's big kind of clouds, and to me like what I kind of see right now is it almost looks like dust clouds to me, kind of like when the earth is just shaken up, and this it could be like a herd of animals moving. I kind of feel that movement, kind of almost like the chaos in the world. I don't know if you've seen The Lion King, but that scene where when Simba kind of gets stuck and there's a herd of whatever animals, I don't even remember, but there's like a lot of animals moving at the same time, and it's like a period of sort of like chaos, and there's like all this dust flying in the air, and it can kind of be hard to see. And I feel like, once again, I keep coming back to your wisdom, like your thoughts. You have a very like brilliant mind and a very sharp mind, and you're gonna be able, like I've been saying, to sort of be a way shower for people to navigate through this sort of like turmoil, like chaotic phase that we are currently and are about to face on this planet. And you're gonna be a way shower for the world to be able to step into a new era, a new time and space of peace and of prosperity and love, and coming back to self, which is love, right? So the self that is divine, oneness, knowing that we are all part of the divine, we're all one. So definitely, you have gotten started. Definitely keep pouring into your own cup, like fill yourself with all the good things you need, but also like more information and like all the knowledge, whatever you feel like you're lacking. Maybe I feel like there's still a lot of things to be learned and to be understood, but also use your discernment whenever you're researching things, and whenever you hear about maybe specific events or things happening in the world. it's important that you remember who you are, you remember your strength and your wisdom, and keep trusting that inner wisdom, that inner knowledge that you already have, because that is gonna I keep repeating myself, but that is gonna be a way shower for a lot of people. So don't feel discouraged, if people call you crazy, or if people say, mean things about you, or, whatever. Know that there will come a time when people will look to you and say, dang, like this girl or this boy, whoever you are, like they were right. And, I also feel like, or hear like, there will be people coming up thanking you for the work that you have been doing, and, and saying like, oh, I didn't believe you back then, but I'm sorry, I see it now. So that's just a little encouragement for you to keep fighting the good fight, and keep just being you. That's all that really, that's all that you have to do. Just be you, because who you are is very powerful. Yeah, I feel like that is the message the universe wanted you to know today. So if you like this, if it resonated with you, then please, leave me a comment, a like, share it to someone else that you might think would be, benefiting from this message, and subscribe for more readings. And I'm gonna move on to pile number 3. Okie dokie, pile number 3. This is going to be your reading. So we have Page of Cups for you. Page of Cups. And I'm like, is there like, to me it kind of looks like there's some letters here. I don't know if that's just me, but maybe there's some significance, whatever, about that for you in this reading. So we'll see what else comes up. But you have Page of Cups, and we are going to do some oracle cards for you today, is what I feel we're supposed to do. So I'm going to use the oracle deck called Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray, if you are interested in getting some cards for yourself. So we're going to shuffle these cards, see what comes up for you. I feel like actually all of these wanted to come out, so we're going to keep them. And I feel like that's all we need, actually. Okay. So we have the Shaolin Master. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Be graceful in movement and action. I actually feel like we had this card in a previous reading, and I feel like I had a hard time pronouncing it then too. So, okay. And we have the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. And we have a Guardian Angel. Okay. Sort of the first thing that I get drawn to, with all these cards, are the eyes. Like you have the eyes here. You see her eyes kind of peeking through her. I don't know if you can see, but her eyes are highlighted in this picture. And these people obviously have eyes too. So I definitely feel like, I don't know if you are currently if you have a lot of eyes on you, you could you could be famous, literally, or you're about to start something new, like a project, or something that is going to that a lot of people are going to see, is kind of what I feel. So that's super exciting. Wow. And if you're like, oh my god, I have no idea what you're talking about, that doesn't sound like me at all, then maybe you can come back in a couple of months and share your story, because I do feel even if it doesn't really resonate with you in the moment, I feel like something is going to open up for you where a lot of people are going to see you work. And you might feel like, oh my god, but I'm like I'm not a camera person, or like I don't want to be on stage, or it doesn't have to be something like that. It could be like maybe you're working on an invention or like a project, like something that is going to help a lot of people, or like attract a lot of like buyers maybe, or users. So yeah, I'm like really curious to see what you're up to, pile number 3. And it says here, unlock the magic within and be graceful in movements and action. So if you haven't already, but I feel like you are actually like working on something already. There's a lot of action, there's like a lot of things happening around you. So keep like tapping into the magic within, whatever it is that makes you you, because that is your superpower, and that is what is going to lead to like all these eyes being drawn to you, and like that publicity, or whatever it is that you are currently like creating for yourself, consciously or unconsciously. Very exciting. And you are not alone, so you definitely have a lot of support from above. Like whatever it is you're working on is definitely like divinely inspired, is what I hear. And there is a roadmap for you. Like there is I feel like, I think it was in pile number 1 where we were kind of talking about that too, but like I do strongly believe that before we come into a new lifetime, or before we come to Earth, like we sit down like in sort of a meeting, like together with our spirit guides and other like important people, or souls, and we sort of like plan, or we put plans like into motions at like what we are supposed to accomplish in this lifetime. And for you, I do feel like there's a roadmap, like there's something you are going to be able to tap into if you haven't already, and that can be done through meditation. But I also feel like it's just gonna come to you in moments of silence, like maybe if you're walking out in nature, or something is going to be revealed to you. I feel like the stars are very important to you too. Maybe you resonate with that type of energy, or if you feel connected, looking at the night sky. So there might be some answers in astrology for you too, if that's something you're into. But yeah, let's pull some more cards for you and see what else we get. So I want to use some tarot cards for you as well, and this is the Rider Tarot deck. See if we can get some more information of what's going on here, pile number 3, because this gets me excited for you. It sounds like this one. So a lot of big things happening for you. Okay. These 2 and this one. Okay. There's a lot of cards for you, but let's roll with it. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Yeah, seriously, like something is going to be given to you. Like there's just some, I want to say like hidden blessing, or something that you have forgotten about. And it might not be something you have been aware of like in this lifetime, because when we come here, that is like the whole, kind of like the whole purpose with this third dimensional world that we live in, that we forget where we come from and what we came here to do. And then part of learning in this lifetime is remembering who we are and why we're here. So yeah, something is going to be given to you. You know, there's divine, sort of like divine intervention here, in like the most positive way. So yeah, and I feel like this, I want to put this card right here, because I feel like it's related to this roadmap or this thing for you. So yeah, if you feel like you're currently sort of like have a really hard time like seeing where you're going, you might, like I said, you might already have started working on like a project or a product, or like something that you really wanna, something you wanna really like see come to life, but you sort of feel stuck, or maybe unmotivated, or yeah, just like don't really know where to go. Then this, whatever this is, like this information or this help that's coming for you, I feel like that is gonna really, you know, lift whatever doubt or whatever struggle you're currently facing. Yeah, we have the Fool. So this is like the start of a new journey. And I feel like for a lot of you, it has already begun. But either way, this is, you know, this is just a new phase of your life, which is like, I feel so much excitement around this pile. And I feel like even though you might be here in this this situation right now, like just ask the universe and your guides and the angels, like whoever you resonate with, to help you, like to fill you with excitement, and to see some glimpse of the, you know, what it is that's about to come for you. Because I hear like if you knew what's waiting for you, like you would not like waste a second to like worry about anything, because like it's so awesome. Like all your needs are going to be met. Like anything that you feel like is a problem or like a struggle right now, it's just gonna be like out the window. It's not gonna be there anymore. So definitely, you know, keep that in mind whenever you're struggling, and also ask for help to have that revealed to you, because you are about to embark on something really awesome. And we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So definitely what I feel for you is like this situation that you're in, if you feel like you're struggling, then your guidance is to try to see it from another perspective. You know, I started thinking about like, was it like the antibiotics or like that was kind of created, that was kind of like a mistake when, like I'm trying to reference something I don't have the knowledge about, but what I'm trying to say is like sometimes like in history we have these examples when people were trying to create something, and then it was a failure, quote unquote failure, but it turned out that the failure actually was like a blessing in disguise. Something else emerged like from what we thought or like what felt like failure. And I sort of feel like that is a message for you too, that if you feel like something is not going right, like you feel like something is not working out for you, then there is a reason for it. I feel like maybe you're redirected like into something else, or maybe there is something that needs to be brought up to the surface, like to be looked at maybe before you're able to like access this new like level up is kind of what I hear. So yeah, don't be discouraged if things are not going your way, because they're actually going your way, if that makes sense. So if someone knows more about the antibiotics, whatever, you know, if you understand what I'm trying to reference to, then maybe you can leave a comment and like enlighten us all. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. We have Seven of Wands. So maybe this situation that you are facing has, like, where you feel stuck, has to do with conflict with other people. Like, you might feel like you have to really defend yourself in your work and kind of like your beliefs to other people. And we also have the Tower. So once again, like this, I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you like at the beginning of this reading, you were like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't resonate to like any of this like positive like talk, because like I'm here right now. Like my world is just like falling apart. Like there's, yeah, you have like a real Tower moment in your life. And it's interesting because like when I started reading these tarot cards, I kind of feel like I was supposed to start from the bottom, but I started like from the top. So maybe that's a message for you too, that like you are you know, we got this card first, but like, and this was last, but like it's actually the other way around. Like this is where you are currently like finding yourself. And there is so much more for you. Like there's so many blessings like waiting to come into your life. So don't feel discouraged. Like if you feel like a lot of things are happening, like maybe you have to move from your house, like maybe, yeah, a lot of like the stability in your life, like your foundation is kind of being shaken right now. And there's, like I said, I feel like there's could be conflict with other people. It might be about this whatever Tower situation that you're facing, like people not agreeing with you or you're not agreeing with other people. And this is just, making you feel very lost. But once again, there will be a new perspective like emerging from all of this that you're currently facing that will help you, embark on this new journey. So look, the Fool, just like the difference in energy. This is so chaotic. And I almost feel like I'm, able to like, just breathe again, looking at this card, And the Fool is naive in a lot of ways, but that is also like his strength, because he takes that first step, walking towards what it is that he wants to do, and he doesn't care what other people say. He's gonna do it anyway. So maybe maybe this is you right now, or will be you soon. You might even like to pack your bag and leave. Whatever you are facing, that this new journey that you long to embark on, or that you might already have started, is going to be so fruitful for you. Like you are really seriously like walking towards your destiny, like what you came here to do. And there will be a lot of people maybe not seeing you or cheering you on to begin with, but they're out there, like your people, like the right people are out there waiting for you. Like people need what it is that you have to offer, whatever it is that you have to bring to the table. So don't give up, don't feel discouraged, like if you don't feel like you have people cheering you on in this moment, or even maybe even understanding like what it is that you're trying to do. But know that the right people, like the people that need you and need like maybe your product, or whatever it is that you're working on, they're out there waiting for you. So like you are going to attract your quote-unquote audience, and your audience are currently attracting you, or like your customers or whatever it is. So trust that it's kind of like two magnets, like finding each other. But you have to be true to yourself in order to even get here. Because if you stay stuck in like just fighting with other people or caring too much of what other people say, then you're gonna be stuck here. You're not gonna be able to access your higher calling, or what it is that you need to do. So don't listen to the naysayer, but keep your focus on all of these people up here that are actually waiting for you and for yourself. Like you're waiting for yourself. You've been there the whole time, you know, like your higher self, your higher calling. So take that leap of faith and jump into what you came here to do. So yeah, that was all I had for you, pile number 3. I really hope it resonated with you, and if it did, then please let me know in the comments. You know, leave a like, subscribe if you would like to be notified about coming videos and readings, and I hope to see you next time.